It was a quiet Monday morning in Maple Creek, a small suburban town in Ohio, the kind of town people trusted. White houses, green lawns, kids riding bikes, doors unlocked, smiles exchanged. Nothing bad ever happened here. At least, that's what everyone believed. The family everyone admired. Ethan Brooks was known as a good man, a respected mechanical engineer, a calm voice, helpful to neighbors. His wife Laura Brooks was warm and polite. She volunteered at school events, baked cookies for fundraisers. And then there was their daughter, Lily Brooks, 9 years old, quiet, observant, always holding a small notebook close to her chest. People said, such a perfect family. But perfection is often a mask. Inside the house, the Brooks home looked peaceful. Soft curtains, family photos on the wall, a framed quote near the stairs. Family is everything. But Lily had stopped believing in words. That morning she sat at the dining table drawing. Not houses, not flowers. She was drawing lines. Dark ones. Scratched hard into the paper. Laura watched her silently. "Lily, breakfast," she said gently. Lily didn't respond. Ethan entered the room, adjusting his watch. "Is she ignoring us again?" he asked calmly. Laura forced a smile. "She's just tired." Ethan bent down toward Lily. "Look at me when I'm talking to you." Slowly, Lily raised her eyes. They were empty, like someone much older than 9. School sees nothing. School sees nothing. At Maple Creek Elementary, Lily was known as the quiet one. Teachers said, smart but withdrawn. She never talked about home, never complained, never cried. But she watched everything. At recess, other kids laughed. Lily sat on a bench drawing again. Her teacher, Miss Carter, approached. "Sweetheart, what are you drawing today?" Lily hesitated, then turned the page slightly. A house, but the windows were black. The door was sealed shut, and inside, a stick figure with its mouth crossed out. Miss Carter felt a chill. "That's interesting," she said softly. Lily closed the notebook. Night falls. That evening rain began to fall, the kind that hides sound. Inside the Brooks house the lights were dim. Dinner was silent. Forks moved. No one spoke. Laura's hands trembled slightly as she cleaned the dishes. Ethan watched her. "You drop things a lot these days," he said. She nodded. "I'm just tired." Lily sat on the stairs unseen, listening, always listening. What Lily heard. At 10:42 p.m. Lily woke up. A sound, not loud, controlled. Adult voices. Her parents. She stepped into the hallway barefoot. The bedroom door was half open. Ethan's voice was low. "You promised." Laura whispered back. "Please, not tonight." Then silence. Then a sound Lily would never forget. Something heavy hitting something soft. Laura gasped. Lily froze. Her heart pounded. She backed into her room, shaking, and hid under the bed. She pressed her hands over her ears. But sound finds children anyway. The drawing that night. At 11:30 p.m., Lily sat at her desk, drawing. Her hands moved fast. A house. A closed door. A shadow inside. And a small figure watching from the stairs. She wrote one word at the bottom. Quiet. The next morning, breakfast was normal again. Too normal. Laura wore a sweater with long sleeves. Ethan smiled. Big presentation today. Lily said nothing. She watched her mother's hands. Watched her eyes. Laura avoided mirrors. End of part 1. Maple Creek woke up to another normal day. Birds chirping. Cars leaving driveways. Smiles exchanged over morning coffee. But inside the Brooks house, silence had weight. The mother who flinched. Laura Brooks stood in front of the bathroom mirror. She lifted her sleeves slowly. Purple. Yellow. Marks layered over older ones. She stared at them without crying. Crying had stopped months ago. She pulled the sleeve down carefully and practiced a smile. In the hallway, Lily watched. Children notice details adults pretend don't exist. A warning without words. Laura knelt beside Lily before school. Her voice was soft, almost breaking. "Baby, if you ever feel scared, you can talk to me." Lily nodded. But they both knew talking had limits. Ethan's car horn sounded outside. Laura flinched. Lily grabbed her notebook tighter. The neighbor who saw too much. Mrs. Thompson lived across the street. Retired. Always watching from behind white curtains. She noticed things. The yelling that stopped suddenly. Laura avoiding eye contact. Lily never playing outside. That afternoon, she watched Laura struggle with grocery bags. "Let me help you," Mrs. Thompson smiled. Laura forced politeness. "That's okay." But when she turned, Mrs. Thompson saw it. The bruise. Just for a second. Enough to see. Enough to remember. Lily at school. During art class, Lily didn't draw today. She wrote. Not sentences. Truths. If I talk, it gets worse. If I stay quiet, we survive. Miss Carter noticed. "Lily, is everything okay at home?" Lily stared at her. Then shook her head. "No." One word. Heavy enough to break a room. Before Miss Carter could speak again, Lily added, "Please don't call my dad." Night returns.
Emily agreed to help law enforcement. She provided details about Dylan, Lisa, and the suspicious individuals she had noticed while kidnapped. Every detail was crucial. Mark organized a covert operation. Undercover officers infiltrated the corporation downtown. Surveillance cameras, security guards, and restricted access made the mission tense. As the night unfolded, the team intercepted the data heist and arrested the remaining members. The city was safe, for now. Ending cliffhanger for Part 4. Emily returned home safely, but the messages continued. Even in Dylan's absence, the shadow of his network loomed over her. Mark knew that though this chapter had closed, the story wasn't over. The city's underworld had many faces, and Emily's life might never be completely safe again.